Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys about how to uncommoditize your offer, and how to position yourself in the market as a unique offer with a simple thing, a simple framework that we use to generate over $3 million in the last 8 months for my clients. And the thing is that most people watching this video are in this very situation. You're probably already making money, your offer works, but you're not special enough to mention, and so you're not getting referrals without chasing people. And if you have a setter already in your account, they struggle to pitch you, your content gets engagement, but not the right DMs, because people relate to your content, but they don't get the need to take action and reach out to you. You know what you do, but explaining it clearly to a stranger still feels awkward. And when you try to do one-to-many selling with content, no one actually reacts because you're not unique. That's the thing that I see most in the info market is a bunch of people selling the same shit, and then a few people actually exceeding the rest of the market because they outposition themselves. They have a unique mechanism. They uncommoditize their personal brand. And basically what I want to teach to you in this very video is how to achieve the top 1% of the info market. The top 1% are exceeding everyone else, and that's because they follow a proven framework, which I'll be explaining in this very video. And so the question you want to be asking yourself, instead of how can we make ourselves better, or how can we make the offer better, how can we make the marketing better, how to do better reach out, we want to ask ourselves, how can we position our offer in a unique way? And the unique way, making yourself stand out, is more important than you think. Probably the most important thing to think about when you're starting out, probably around 15 to 30K a month. Because the thing is, if you're just pushing out client results and pushing out testimonials or value into a void of people doing the exact same, you will never stand out. Because they see so much, people, your clients, your ICP clients, they see so much. You have to understand that they're already experiencing a problem in B2B or B2C as well. So they're already all on the algorithm, right? They're already all on the algorithm of their problem. Marketing, branded dropshipping, for instance, for B2C, it doesn't matter. The thing is that if you have someone that will eventually buy from you, they've been in this customer journey for so long, and when you just push out content about value and you're not standing out, you're just basically disappearing into the void. You're falling behind into the background. And that's basically what I see constantly in the info space. No one actually stands out, and the 20% of the info space take up 80% of the actual income. And I think that's probably even more than that. Let's say the top 5% are responsible for generating the other 95% of the income, right? Because it's really hard now to stand out in the info market because everyone's selling the same shit. So now what I want you to focus on is how to improve your offer, and you do that by basically doing a diagnostic check based on these 5 questions. And basically, do you have a specific outcome? Is your mechanism, do you have a named mechanism? Do you have a concrete timeline? Do you do risk allocation? And do you do competitor parity? And so the part that I want to be focusing on right now is the unique offer part. And there are a few other parts that really matter when building a personal brand, and especially gaining authority in an organic space. So not paid marketing, because paid marketing is a lot easier than organic. But I want to be focusing on the mechanism part. So actually what you offer, what it is that you offer. And what you want to be focusing on is not the part about creating value or pushing out client testimonials. It's the simple fact that people get a certain result. People like your ICP get a certain result based on something tangible. And something tangible, that is your mechanism. So people don't care about the features of your offer. They care about the transformation that your offer will bring, if that makes sense. Because the thing is that you can name a lot of features. Yeah, we have XYZ testimonials, and we have a proven system, and we have a lot of authority, etc., etc. But that's not tangible because they don't know what they're getting. And if you look at one of the biggest personal brands right now, really fast growing, Nick Setting, is basically the guy who invented the profile funnel, but the profile funnel existed already, right? He didn't invent shit, basically. He just claimed it as his and made it unique. He made it his unique mechanism. And so when people buy from him, they buy the unique mechanism, they buy the transformation that that brings. And every time he posts client testimonials and client results, he attached that to the profile funnel. And he said it to me in a Zoom call, because I had multiple Zoom calls with him. He said to me, every time I post client results, I attach it to the profile funnel. So every time they see results in their mind, the ICP's mind, his audience, constantly associates client results with the mechanism that he offers, right? And I say mechanism and offer because your offer is what you promote. Your offer is what you offer, basically. Your offer is your features, and the mechanism is the transformation. So the transformation that you actually promote, and what you want to be promoting, because in the end we sell information and we sell a service. So that's not very tangible, and people always like tangible stuff. If you buy from Amazon, you buy a microphone, and that microphone comes in, that's tangible. You know what you're getting, you know what you can expect. And with most people, with their offer, because it's so unclear, you don't know what you're actually selling and they don't know what they're actually buying. And it's so unclear that it feels a little awkward. In the sales call and in marketing as well, it feels a little awkward because you're pushing out client testimonials, you're pushing out client results, you're giving them value, but you're not actually making it tangible what they're getting from you. And that's basically what a unique mechanism fixes. And as you can see here, I brought it up, the commoditized offer, breaking free from the competition. It's basically a short doc of everything I just mentioned. And if you want it, you can send me a text with monetize and I'll send it to you for free. And the thing is, with a mechanism, it's basically the specific way you get the client from A to B that no one else can copy. And this part especially is no one else can copy it because you're claiming it. You're basically putting a patent on your offer and making it unique by giving it a name. It basically is just a marketing angle, right? Because of course your offer is unique because you're offering something that your clients get that others don't. So basically a process or a framework or a mechanism or a funnel. And then you can call it something and basically build up a patent on it. Because if I were to promote the profile funnel from the beginning, now everyone would just call my bullshit because I'm just stealing from Nick Senning. So he claimed it, he patented it without actually claiming a patent on it, of course. So in the marketing, in the space, he claimed the profile funnel. So that's his mechanism. And that way, when people get results, you can constantly refer back to the unique mechanism. Basically, it's just a marketing frame, right? And basically how to set it up is to walk through these 3 questions. So what do your clients get that others don't? What would you call that process if you had to patent it? And how do you explain it in 1 sentence to someone at dinner? And basically, because you're making it tangible for yourself, you can actually promote it. So for instance, my mechanism is the brand monetization funnel. What we do is what I said in the beginning of this video. I help brands with small audiences monetize their audience. And a unique mechanism is actually a big part of it, because being unique is actually how you can monetize from the very start. Doesn't matter if you have 0 or 30K a month. Being unique is actually how you stand out, especially in a saturated market, because in saturated market, everyone is giving value, everyone has client testimonials, everyone has got their best friend to 30K a month, or has 1 or 2 testimonials or case studies with extraordinary results. But it doesn't matter because they care about the transformation that it will get them. And that's just basically benefits, not features. And with this framework and with the brand monetization funnel, we actually got some client results with people going from not having a coaching offer to 200K cash collected in 60 days and 50K a month consistently. So basically, the principles of the brand monetization funnel is structure your offer in a very unique way, so become unique in a saturated market, and that's also by niching down. So you want to fix a very specific problem from the start. You want to get known for fixing that problem and niching down and then widening up again, so broadening up again. But first you have to niche down because you need to be that guy with that funnel. For instance, Nick Setting, he's the profile funnel guy, the guy with the profile funnel and the story sequences, right? So you want to get known for fixing a very specific problem by niching down, creating a unique mechanism, and focusing on becoming unique and uncommoditizing yourself with basically producing content and producing a unique mechanism. So the thing is, with content as well, you want to focus on the 3 things that people actually buy from, and that's people, stories, and momentum. So focus on becoming unique. that's basically what I wanted to discuss today. If you have any further questions, you can let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.